Hey everybody, welcome to the final part of Donkey Kong Land. Here's a level I was alluding to in the previous part. Remember when we were on the final sky stage and I was talking... No, not the final sky stage, the one before that one with the movable platform. When I was talking about how like there are spots you can fall down to and be safe, and then like a few, and then just a little bit off, there are parts where you can just fall to your death, just cause. And so it's either this stage or the next city stage where this will happen. Where we're gonna witness that kind of nonsense again. But on a more interesting note, because you can't believe everything you read on the internet, let alone a wiki page. I read on the Donkey Kong Wikia for this game that this world could possibly be New Donk City, and that's mostly because of what the instruction manual said, where Cranky Kong's like, I remember this place. I used to throw barrels at a plumber. Well, that was a long time ago. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, the stage... Yeah, the sky stage... Yeah, the sky stage that I was talking about was like this bonus stage with this dumb platform. Oh, well. Cog. So now we're on a blimp. It's hard to believe that canonically this is the first time any of the Kongs were on a blimp. And all this time I thought it was in Donkey Kong Country 2. However, this stage is really cool. You collect all the Kong letters, and then you use them as platforms. Oh, well, at least we got the K again. Fired right into a B. Well, a zinger, but you get the point. Actually, to my surprise, there's actually regardless of difficulty, there are actually a few stages in this world I really do like. And I think the stage music actually helps with that. So we can't get that G. We probably needed that TNT barrel. That's fine. We don't really entirely need it. I can't even bother with that G. Oh. We spelled Co. And then N. Pfft, we don't need G's. Go away, you Armo. Doe. Yeah, if you need that G, it's just right back there. By that flying pig we passed. Now we're in a skyscraper stage. Now the gimmick with this stage, I believe, is we get to turn the barrels. The ones that fire up, that we launch out of. Either that's the next one, but either way. Whee! Oh, whatever. So I was wrong. This is just a stage. Oh. This is just a stage where we just have to run through it. There's barrels that launch us, but we're not at the one I was mentioning just yet. That was close. Oh, whatever. No bonus stage for us. Yes, I'm apparently very selective on the bonus stages that I rewind back into to do over. That's fine. Blimp stage. You know, Donkey Kong, you still have, and you still have that barrel, that bomb from that one stage. You're not gonna use it in World 1, so why don't you use it on this blimp? Alright, so this bonus stage is interesting. You get all these DK coins, but they give you 1-ups. Also, aiming this thing is cumbersome. Also, I learned in this recording, I learned something about this stage. We don't necessarily have to wait to fire them all out. Yeah, you can just leave. Wee! 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 And so, as of this point of this recording, or of this commentary, I should say, I'm actually doing a playthrough of Donkey Kong Land 2. And yes, it's very similar to Country 2, but there are definitely differences. Get away from me, Slippa. Slippa, friend of Slippy. Looking forward to when I start Let's Playing the Star Fox games. Well, specifically 64 and Assault. And maybe one of the roots of the Super Nintendo, the original. Ah. Whee! Crucia, you just continue to go about your business. That worked. But also got us killed. And that should be the last of the blimp stages. Here's the stage I was talking about at the start of the part. So there's all ground right there, right? Also, the gimmick is these ropes that will move us up and down. Kind of like that ice stage in Country. Watch this. Dead. Right? You just saw that. And I'm back on the ground. There was still ground below me, so yeah. What are the rules? I swear, this game, like I said before, this game is not as bad as people make it out to be. It's not a good game, but it's still let's try that again. I'd say it's a fine game. One now that I've beaten that I could see myself going back to every once in a while for insert reason here. But the game does have a lot of stuff that needs to be refined. It'd also be kind of... Let's try that one more time. It'd also be cool if on the Nintendo... On the NSO, if... if there was an option to change the color for the games. Kind of like how they handled it on the Pokemon games when they put them on the 3DS. You could, for at least red, blue, yellow, I think, for that one, and silver and gold, you could hold L and R to change the color from a green screen to a gray screen. It'd be actually kind of neat if they could implement something like that on the NSO here. Or like some kind of Super Game Boy. Because Donkey Kong Country was actually used for... Well, no, not Country, this game. Donkey Kong Land was used for the Super Game Boy. Ow. Damn you, Zinger. Yeah, though, the slippers going down ropes are probably the most annoying enemy to me in this game. And this is the other stage I was talking about, the one where you can turn the barrels with these switches here. Whee! Oh, at least we got DK. But where's your DK? Okay, I'll stop. You know what, let's go down. Diddy Kong is tired of things. And then he changed his mind, and he was like, oh boy! Okay, I'll stop with the terrible jokes. Oh, that barrel was so powerful it sent us right back to the jungle. And we're back. Woo! I actually do like that level a lot. Because it feels like it's a stage you could go actually really fast on. Alright, final stage. So, the gimmick here is they wanted to borrow from Kong factories, or whatever it's called, and borrow some of the oil drums from those 2 stages where they could lit up. Ow. Give that critter a raise, ×2. I do like the idea that somehow they convinced King K-Rool to steal the banana horde again, just so Diddy and Donkey could prove themselves once again, but on a lower hardware, or on weaker hardware. Fourth wall breaking Cranky Kong likes to do. But mind you, apparently in lore, K-Rool and Cranky used to be friends. If they ever make another Donkey Kong game, which I'm pretty sure they will, well, because there's evidence to suggest that, depending on how much you look into things. What? I just want, like I said in part 2, I would like to see a game with a game that has multiple playable Kongs, because some Kongs haven't had a game since their debuts. I don't know, if, like, depending how, like, if you made the game 2D, you could probably have more, like, multiple Kongs, like almost every Kong, depending on the scope of the game. But if it was a 3D, I wonder actually how many Kongs you could actually get. Because they should try to make a 3D Donkey Kong game again. Just because 64 isn't that liked much by people doesn't mean you should never try again. The Donkey Kong's had a weird career from the 2000s to, was it 2009, I believe? Yeah, a weird career. Because he had a lot of spin-offs until Country Returns. I wonder if Jungle Climber would be considered a spin-off. Anyway, here we are, the last boss, K-Rool. So he's like that mole boss we fought in the previous world. He just will throw his crown at you and get a little faster over time as you attack him. But he will eventually add some jumpings into his pattern, some jumping into his patterns for just a short time. He's actually quite easy once you realize what he does. Just also don't be fooled. You see? So he's at a point now, he's gonna do some running around and just jump. I don't know. I've never bothered to count how many cycles he runs through. Ow. Always stand... I would stand actually just at the start of the grate we're on. Well, for the jumping parts. And then, I'm not... Then maybe kind of be as close as possible so you can be ready to jump on them. And there you go, he's done. And that is the end of Donkey Kong Land. There is no ending, there is no congratulations from Cranky. We'll just pretend that congratulations up at the start there was from him. And roll the credits. But yeah, that was Donkey Kong Land, a game that I've wanted to beat for a very long time. This was my second time beating the game. Because the moment I beat it the first time, I began recording. So if you've made it this far, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and until the next one, you all have a great one.